Ooh, this joint tough.
Isn't it?
Yeah, this joint hard.
That's very cool.
This joint hard, buddy.
Courtland.
Okay, what it do?
Thanks for joining me inside the Ford Bronco
Yeah, I
today.
appreciate me having this joint. Nice.
Is it? I know, I like it too. Well, it's the last week of the season here, so of course, for this week's episode of Let's Drive Powered by Ford, we had to get wide receiver Courtland Sutton. Thanks for joining me, Court.
Nah, I appreciate you having me.
Yeah.
This is nice.
Shall we go for a drive?
Let's do it.
All right. Court, how we doing? How you doing?
Good.
Feeling good?
Yeah, looking forward to the game,
Yeah.
especially with it being a, divisional game. Chargers, be nice.
Yeah, I know. It's kind of hard to believe they're already in the last week here.
Facts.
Final game of the season.
But looking forward to it. Unfortunate that it's the last one, but we still get the opportunity, so gotta make the most of it.
For sure. For you, Court, I know team wants to finish the season strong here with the win, but for you personally, kind of what's your goal for the last game here?
Yeah, really just to go out there and showcase, what I know I'm able to do, and then also help lead the team to as best I can to a win. Leading the offense and being a voice for the defense. Those guys got it all figured out. They got their guys over there that help them, but just being a voice for them, and then also just leading the offense so that we can walk away from this season with a good taste in our mouth, finish the season off with a win, especially like I said, divisional game.
Yeah, got to. Well, Court, I know, looking at the offense this past week in Kansas City, I mean, you guys found a good rhythm. We're rolling there. How do you hope to see just this offense kind of build up on that performance heading into this final game here?
Yeah, it was nice to be able to, for us to sustain drives, for us to go out there and, have confidence in the game plan, have confidence in what we knew that we were capable of doing, and just go out there and put it together, and then watching it come to fruition, and, watching, guys go out there and laying it on the line, and, being a couple plays here or there away from being able to walk away from Arrowhead with a win. It was very promising working into this week. Guys are, locked in, bought into, Coach Jerry and the message that he's bringing for these last 2 weeks. And, I think that, guys are really looking forward to this opportunity, like I said, to finish in the season strong. They know what what we're capable of. We know that if we stick to the game plan, that it'll work, just based off of, the success that we had in KC. So, I think the guys are bought into it. Looking forward to watching guys go out there and play again, and us being able to come out victorious on the other side of this.
Yeah, Court, now that it's kind of, it's week 18, when you look back at really this season, what do you think's been kind of just the most challenging part for this team and for you?
Yeah, I think the biggest thing has just been, I guess the inconsistency of, as a whole. We have, those shots of, offense and defense will be clicking, and special teams might have a lapse, or defense and special teams will be clicking, and the offense will have a lapse. Mm-hmm. But it was very rare to see all three click together. But when we did see all three click together, we were a hard team to beat. And I think that's the thing that was frustrating. Going throughout the season, just knowing the talent and knowing the guys that we had in the locker room, knowing the work that guys were putting in. For us to not to, have those games come out victorious, it was disappointing. But we are the ones that go out there and play, so we have to take some accountability into that situation. And we didn't perform the way we needed to be able to get the wins. But the way I'm always optimistic. I'm always looking towards the positives of it. And the season didn't go the way we wanted it to. However, we get opportunity to go and finish the season off strong. Like I said, with a West opponent, with the Chargers, go in there and ruin their experience going into playoffs, and then that'll jumpstart us into getting ready for the next season. With everything else that's going to be happening in the offseason, we know that we can control this. We have this opportunity that we can control, and it's on us to go out there and perform to our highest level, and let everybody know that this is the Denver Broncos that it should have been all season, but you're going to get it for this game.
Yeah, definitely. That seems exciting. Yes, Sirski?
Yes, Sirski.
I can't even say what this straight face.
Yeah.
How many times do you think you can say yes, Sirski in a row?
In a row? Let me see. Yes, Sirski, 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 yes, Sirski. It's almost not even a word.
That's pretty impressive. Yeah, they kind of.
Yeah, it all flowed together. Y'all got to do the little letters at the bottom of the screen.
Well, Kurt, it is a final week of the season here. So for the off season, what does that kind of look like for you? Do you leave? Do you stay in Denver?
Oh man, my earlier years, I was quick to leave Denver just because I wasn't a big fan of the cold. I think that I'm morphing even more so into a Coloradian. It's like in my blood. Like I'll walk around and it'll be 20 degrees and I have some shorts and a hoodie on. And when I first got here, if it was anything below 40 degrees, I was probably gonna have some sweats, a hoodie, might have a jacket on underneath the hoodie. Like I was very dramatic. But I'll stay out here for a little bit, and then I like to go down and get to a beach somewhere, spend some time on the beach, and then shoot. After a good, some rest time, I dive back into, the grind. I slowly work my way into things, get ready for OTAs, and then after OTAs, go, and that's really when it starts to pick up even more so, getting ready for training camp. And it's gonna be a really big off season. I know it's looking really far ahead, but it's gonna be a big off season, and I'm looking forward to it. Going there and fine tuning the things that I felt like I didn't do well, and the things that I would like to incorporate more so into my game, and just continuing to develop my game and not get into a space where I feel like I've arrived and getting complacent. Like I always feel like there's something I can work on, and especially coming off of this year, I'm gonna go in and dive into the film and be really critical of myself and my game, so that next year I can be even better. Always trying to improve myself.
Yeah, you mentioned kind of those things you want to focus and fine tune. What are like some of those specific things that you're gonna really dive into this off season for yourself?
Yeah, like in a broad spectrum of it, I would say definitely continue to work on broadening my route tree and being even more diverse when it comes to that. Obviously, getting stronger, and then I love to work on speed. I love being able to develop my speed into my game. I feel like there's this idea that the older you get, obviously physically it happens, but like the older you get, people think that you lose a step and that you can't do this, you can't do that. But I feel like it's one of those things that you kind of fighting father time. However, you can help yourself by continuing to work on something, continuing to be consistent in how you work on the small things, doing breaking point drills, and continuing to work on sprint mechanics. All of those things are things that I feel like are small in the grand scheme of things, but in the longevity of your career, it makes a huge difference. So just being consistent with that, it's easy to say, oh, I did that last year, I'm not gonna do it this year, but it helped. It's like, well, why would you shy away from it if you feel like it helped? Add that continue to add, work on that, and then add other things on top of it. But being consistent in the things that you know that you need to work on, I feel like it's where you start to see that growth and development.
Yeah, for sure. Well, we're back in Empower Field at Mile High this weekend, guys. Broncos country. Can't wait to see you out there for the final game of the season. Courtland, appreciate you joining me.
Oh, thank you for having me. This has been nice.